Good morning. Welcome to the 2024 Cum Laude ceremony. Please stand for the arrival of the official party. Townsville Grammar School exists upon Thulgari Wadja and Gurumbil Barra, the land of the Wolgarugaba and Bindal people. Wolgarugaba land stretches from the Harvey Range to Palm Island and Magnetic Island. Bindal land runs from the Burdekin River outlets to the beginning of Cape Cleveland. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. We acknowledge the waterways, the land, the sky, all who inhabit this place. We acknowledge their ancestors and elders, and recognise those who continue to protect and promote Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures. We recognise their connection to the country and their role in caring for and maintaining the country over thousands of years. We acknowledge the past and stand together for our future. May their strength and wisdom be with us. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Good morning, everyone. Please take a seat. Good morning to parents and our guests, staff and students. Thank you for joining us this morning and welcome to the school's 27th annual Cum Laude Assembly. I would like to make a special welcome to our guest speaker this morning, past grammarian Miss Yvette Griggs. Miss Griggs attended grammar from 1999 to 2003, and in her senior year, she was a school prefect and dux of the school. Miss Griggs will be welcomed more formally in a few moments, but I would like to thank her for being here with us today, and I'm very much looking forward to her presentation. We work hard at Townsville Grammar School to provide an environment that in every way enables students to make the most of their time and their opportunities. As a result of this, each and every student here and especially those that we acknowledge today, are beneficiaries of a wonderful educational foundation. Education is changing rapidly. New theories, new technologies, new practices are all transforming the way we teach and the way we learn. Just as the world of employment and the face and structure of society are being reshaped in new and emerging ways. How do we, as a school, ensure that we are responding appropriately in what we offer, in the way in which we provide and consume education? Resources and facilities are certainly one way of responding. And at Grammar, we are constantly seeking to develop our resources and facilities to ensure that we provide access to the best environment for studying. But this is only one part of the model for success. Equally important is the effective maintenance of what we already have. And one of the very valuable things that we already have and that we aspire to keep in the best possible condition is a culture of an all-round liberal education. Townsville Grammar School aims to be a community where people from a range of different academic backgrounds come together to learn together and to support one another. That's also our desired outcome. That's how we want our students to behave when they leave school and move into broader society. The outcomes we want, in other words, extend beyond academic achievement. We are concerned to maintain our standing as a community where what we might call humane values are recognised and realised. These humane values centre around the notions of personal dignity, personal integrity, and respect for self and others. Schools are communities of action, achievement, and mutual support, but they're also communities based on the recognition of the dignity and diversity of the gifts of each of its members. Our school aspires to be a community where independence of thought and action are respected, where the things of the mind are taken seriously. We can expect to see a genuine interest and commitment to people's chosen disciplines. That is one of the things that we are explicitly honouring here today. A liberal education is an education that heightens students' awareness of the human and natural worlds they inhabit. It makes them more reflective about their beliefs and choices, more self-conscious and critical of their opinions and motivations, more creative in their problem solving, more perceptive of the world around them, and more able to inform themselves about the issues that arise in their lives personally, professionally, and socially. It is an education that prepares them for the rest of life. The subjects that our students study, and as importantly, the skills and habits of mind that they acquire in the process, shape the lives they will need in the time after they leave school. All of our students, regardless of what subject they study at school or what career or pathway they choose, all of them will be citizens, and as such will be helping to make decisions that affect the lives of others. All of our students will engage with forces of change, cultural, political, demographic, technological, and environmental. All of our students will have to assess at some point what is true, interpret cultural expressions, and confront ethical dilemmas in their professional and personal lives. The education that they receive here equips them with the tools to face these challenges in an informed, thoughtful, and ultimately successful and productive way. A healthy system of education offers many rewards: scientific discoveries, thoughtful leadership, intelligent debate, cultural vitality, and an educated workforce. Learning serves several goals in coordination, goals that are mutually reinforcing. The aims are at once personal and social, private and public, economic, ethical, and intellectual. What we are celebrating today is not only the success of some of our outstanding students, we are also celebrating the continued vitality of our commitment to education in its fullest and richest sense. This morning we have the opportunity to acknowledge the students in years 5 to 9 who performed at the highest academic levels throughout semester 1. I offer my congratulations to not only all of the awardees, but I extend my sincere thanks to those who provide significant assistance to the students as well, parents, families and school staff, who do so much to ensure that our students here today are able to achieve their very best. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
We welcome today to our gathering guest speaker Yvette Griggs. Yvette is a past grammarian, having attended TGS from 1999 to 2003, where she excelled at public speaking and was a violinist in the orchestra and string quartet, culminating in being named Dux of the school and serving as a prefect in her final year. After graduating at the top of her class with a Bachelor of Computer Systems Engineering degree with first-class honours and 2 university medals, Yvette has developed her engineering career over more than 15 years working in the IT, mining and rail industries, gaining postgraduate qualifications in railway signalling and telecommunications, and being awarded the Railway Technical Society of Australasia Young Engineer of the Year in 2016, and the Institute of Railway Signal Engineers Shining Light Award. She has just celebrated her 5-year anniversary with her current employer, Alstom, a French transportation company where she works as a project technical manager. Yvette has volunteered for a number of professional organisations and held committee positions, was the co-founder of Women in Engineering blog, A Heady Journey, and is the Alstom Woman of Excellence Pillar Champion for Australia and New Zealand. Yvette lives in Brisbane with her husband James and their very spoilt Devon Rex cat, Harrison, where they are in the process of building their dream home on the site of a decommissioned quarry. Please welcome to the lectern, past grammarian Yvette Griggs.
Hi everyone, I'm Yvette Griggs and my pronouns are she, her. It's been 21 years since I was last on this stage, and I was so glad to have been invited back to this school by Dr. Moores, one of my early women in STEM role models. I was a student here from 1999 to 2003, so I thought I'd just provide you with some context for this historical period. I knew this was the school for me upon discovering the computer room full of candy-coloured see-through iMacs. In performing arts, we danced to the Moulin Rouge version of Lady Marmalade as soon as it was released and swapped burnt CDs with scanned and reprinted cover art. On our Japan trip with Mrs. Wiseman, we could actually take full bottles of liquids on the international flights as security wasn't so tight back then. The school purchased a music centre where I spent a lot of time rehearsing for the multiple musical groups I was in and the musical productions. On Friday, Mr. Kelly asked me to pick a highlight for my time here, and I think being in the orchestra pit for productions Into the Woods and A Little Night Music are favourite memories. Although, learning algebra with Mr. Moores and Mr. Malchiori and actually starting to enjoy maths does stand out too. Each year, more and more of the school became air-conditioned, culminating in the gym, which was actually finished the year after I graduated, as you can see by the open louvers in my graduation photo. I do have a few more photos, but not a great number because mobile phone cameras weren't really a thing until about 5 years after I left. So, after graduating from the unair-conditioned gym more than 20 years ago, where have I been? Straight after school, I started a Bachelor of Engineering majoring in computer systems, which is a mix of electrical engineering and programming. While I was studying, I worked at a tech startup called Code Valley and did my honours thesis with them. My first job out of uni was with Queensland Rail in Brisbane as a graduate signalling engineer, which involved designing electrical circuits and computer systems that control the traffic lights for trains. In 2008, just before the global financial crisis, mining wages were comparatively attractive. So I decided to find my fortune in Mount Isa at Xstrata Zinc, working on the hoisting system for an underground lead mine. In many electrical-based engineering disciplines, the standards and products that are available can mean that the solutions you can provide are quite regulated, and there is often only one right answer. In railway signalling, you imagine the different ways a particular layout might be used, or how it could be upgraded as rail traffic changes over time. So there is a lot of scope for creativity, while still adhering to the quality and safety standards. And I miss this creativity in mining. So I went back to signalling and also back to the city, working for QR National, which was later rebranded to Horizon. At Horizon, I worked in a number of signalling and engineering management roles related to the coal freight network. To solidify my commitment to rail, I obtained my postgrad qualifications in railway signalling and telecommunications and got my board registration. At Horizon, I had the opportunity to travel to attend and speak at conferences in Germany, Denmark, and Sweden. When it came time to leave Horizon, I was choosing between job offers from a small consulting firm that had been started by some of my former colleagues and a global company with scope for international travel aligned with a product line. And although there are benefits to working in a boutique firm where you're friends with the CEO, I chose the second option, Alstom, because it better suited my career plans. Through my role at Alstom, I have been able to travel to Canada, France, and Belgium for work, and have worked on projects which use the European Train Control System, or ETCS, on the North Coast Line in Queensland and around the Sydney CBD. Installing ETCS onto an existing line provides safety improvements with a supervisory system for drivers that will apply brakes automatically in an emergency. It also gives efficiency improvements because it gives the train advance warning of the signal ahead earlier than a human driver would have been able to see a traditional signal. Although I wasn't really conscious of it at the time of making the decision, I have found that making safety and efficiency improvements to passenger networks to be more intrinsically rewarding than the work I was previously doing, as it seems to align more with my personal values. While I was doing my postgrad, I had a disagreement with one of my lecturers, and my exasperated academic advisor told me, "When you are old and in charge, then you can make it fair." I'm unsure if that was supposed to be a threat or a challenge, but that has been what I have tried to do. I find it really difficult to walk past systematic injustices, so I have volunteered, been a mentor, organised events, presented, and been on committees to contribute towards making things fairer. And sometimes where there hasn't been a platform, I've created one. Humans thrive in places where they get to be themselves, and I think it's really important when you are old and in charge, or even when you have an element of privilege or influence, that you do what you can to make everyone feel included. This is also a way to demonstrate that you care about more than just yourself, and to try out being a leader if your current role doesn't have that opportunity. And although this isn't the sole motivator for putting effort into your work or volunteer activities, often when you do, people will acknowledge your contribution, like many of you are being celebrated today for your commitment to your studies. I recall listening to this equivalent speech more than 20 years ago, and when the guest announced their greatest achievement of her life, it didn't resonate with me at all. So I don't expect that my life will necessarily be aligned with what you want to do with yours. But there are a couple of things that I think universally apply to get the things you want from a career. Start with a foundation of education and learning. Have a plan or a goal and work out what you need to do to get there. Understand your values and what kind of life you'd like to have. Do you like traditions or the latest innovations? Is it essential to live in a city? Do you want to travel? Do you like to chat and collaborate, or are you more at home doing quiet individual tasks, or a bit of both? Seek mentors or allies who can help you with your plan, support you, and advocate for you. Prioritize and put effort into things that are important to you and will move you closer to your goals. Don't forget, your priority list should include self-care to maintain your mental and physical health, because you will need these to have the energy to work towards your goals. When I was at school, I didn't appreciate just how much netball practice and a few hours of playing violin in the orchestra and quartet each week was actually serving as stress relief and self-care. Seek or create environments in which you and others can be your authentic selves. And this goes back to having an understanding of what your values are, so you can evaluate whether a workplace prioritizes the same things that you do. And have the courage to be enthusiastic about things that you care about. You only get to live this life once. Don't waste opportunities for joy or something meaningful just to impress people that you may hardly remember in 20 years' time. I thought I'd leave you with some simple but essential words, which are surprisingly from the icon of daytime trash TV from my teenage years and former mayor of Cincinnati, Jerry Springer. So whatever path you may find yourself on, and whether you are just at the beginning or getting close to your destination, please remember to take care of yourselves and each other. And maybe we'll see you back here in another 20 years.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kelly, special guest, Ms. Yvette Griggs, colleagues, parents, Cum Laude Award winners and students. I'm delighted that we were able to have Ms. Yvette Griggs here today as our guest speaker. I have fond memories of her in my Year 12 physics class as a highly dedicated student, paying very close attention to all the details required in the subject, seeking support and asking questions. All of the qualities that I reinforce with you all on a regular basis. So it's wonderful to see how successful she has been since leaving school. To add to that message, last week I spoke with Year 12 students as they finalise their remaining internal assessment pieces and prepare for the upcoming mock and final external exams. As part of this presentation, I provided some guidance and comments from past students of the school. One particular message I felt important to mention here today for all students to hear. So I quote, "No matter what advice I was given, I wouldn't have achieved the marks I did if I wasn't motivated and determined to do the best that I possibly could. I think a huge part of doing well comes from wanting to do well, and I'm not sure how you explain that to students." It's a great message. Congratulations to our award winners today. Not all students are receiving awards today for achieving a VHA in a number of their subjects. However, they should still be congratulated for their improvement and diligence over the last 4 years, as mentioned earlier this year. I'm very proud to announce 298 students across both ceremonies today who are receiving Cum Laude awards. It's an amazing number. Award winners will be announced in each year level, and I ask that you hold your applause until all the students are assembled in front of the stage. Year 10 Cum Laude Award winners. Dylan Orbisberg. Riartha Buskins. Sienna Butterworth. Saren Kalea. Jack Dempsey. Lucy Gabbett. Ramesha Iqbal. Emma Jarvis. Sienna Newling. Please congratulate our Year 10 Cum Laude winners. Year 11, Ariana Oliva. Rose Cameron, Joshua Crawford, Jenna Curtis, Marcos Del Sola, Olivia Easton, Michael Goff, Clara Haken, Lucinda Horn, Hannah Jung, Anthony Cam, Ella McDonald, Cato Dempsey, Christopher Taylor, Taya Webb, Chelsea Williams. Please congratulate our Year 11 Cum Laude Award winners. Year 12 Cum Laude Award winners: David Adivi, Michaeli Baker, Dylan Carey, Lachlan Carr, Paris Coco Case, Ludovine Gray, Grace Harding, Flynn Hunter, Ryan Jarvis, Harry Lancuba, Tristan Mason, Emily Moore, Charlotte McDara, William McDara, Jasmine McMahon, Daniel Moore, Angus Richardson, Ned Smith, Naomi Torrey. Please congratulate our Year 12 Cum Laude winners. Magna Cum Laude Award winners in Year 10: Noah Boggold, Michael Chan, Kylie Chan, Henry Davis, Stephanos Farrell, Lily Jameson, Grace King, Colin Lamb, Chloe Langtree, Jack Mallet, Mariam Alanian. Magna Cum Laude, Year 10. Year 11, Matilda Arnold, Max Askew, Sally Broad, Samuel Cathcart, Isla Dickinson, Olivia Horn, Ruby Ironside, Quincy O'Leary, William Smith, Ava Verzelletti. Please congratulate our Year 11s. Magna Cum Laude Award winners in Year 12. Ephraim Anderson, Christabella Chan, Hannah Lee Cheng, Jet Dawson, Nicola Hitchcock, Phoebe Kent, Eleanor Locke, Lily McClelland, McKinley Orford, Kate Rose, James Ravida, Lane Scott, Jasper Stafford, Darcy Stevens, Madeline Tilson, Johansi Vimalesh, Summer Yousaf. Please congratulate our Year 12 Magnus. Maxima Cum Laude Award winners in Year 10. Sophie Andrews, Harry Baxter, Bridget Boyle, Luke Broadfoot, Kelsey Cox, Esther Harris, Ashmitha Prabhaharan, Nispriya Rajapadhyaya, Shreya Runabat, Advet Sadhu, Joshua Story, Jasmine Wavate. Year 10 Maxima Cum Laude. Maxima Cum Laude Awards in Year 11. Sharav Ahuja, Oscar Caniato, Cody Collins, Matilda Costello, Annabelle Fox, Nagar Ghaffuri, Eleanor Howard, Jackson Humphrey, Sophie Lane, Cherry Leung, Erin Maidment, Isha Melgan, Sarah Marshman, Maeve McCullum, Ruby Menzies, Zara Muller, Gemma Morris, Rohan Nalavde, Arjun Nigam, Kritika Panangi, Harini Ramesh, Anjali Rao, Vienne Richardson, Erica Round, Winnie Shaw, Emma Warren. Please congratulate our Year 11 Maximas. It will take a little while to get through this list of Year 12s, but it is amazing that they are working so hard at this time of the year. Year 12 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners. Zachary Au, Yamindi Mandara, Kieran Bartlett, Lily Blyes, Sophie Brewer, Amali Birch, Callan Butterworth, Kingsley Cameron, Sophie Chan, Poppy Costello, Alyssa Curtis, Jonathan Davis, Christian De Jersey, Luke Ferguson, Mac Flegler, Julia Fulton, Maxwell Hanks, Almaz Hira, Nagin Jahangri, Bodie Johnston, Yannick Kenobi, Naomi Kutash, Sophie Lamb, Anna Rumalia, Sienna McCallum, Freya McManus, Max Mowat, Jasmine Masumba, Asha Patel, India Pelling, Koi Pham, Vivian Rur, Timothy Josiah Rono, Ashna Sabason, Ina Singh, Miles Sullivan, Marianthi Theodosio, Charlotte Toe, Madava Vyas, Isabella Wong. Please congratulate the Year 12 Maximus.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are most fortunate to have our senior girls vocal ensemble, conducted by Sarah Crawford and accompanied by Maxwell Hanks, performing What Was I Made For?, written by Billy and Phineas O'Connell. Can we please welcome them to the stage?
Mr. Alan D. Morwood was the 9th headmaster of the school from 1976 through until 1992, and during his 17 years as headmaster, he successfully role modelled the virtues of scholarly leadership and personal humility. These awards were introduced in 2002, and congratulations to Yvette, who was actually a recipient in her final year. The Alan D. Morwood Awards recognise scholars who have achieved a consistently high standard of academic excellence over the duration of their secondary schooling. They are presented to Year 12 students who've received a Cum Laude Award in each of their 6 years at our school since Year 7. Today there are a total of 17 students who will be receiving this award. Yamendi Mandara. Kieran Bartlett. Jonathan Davis. Maxwell Hanks. Grace Harding. Nicola Hitchcock. Ruby Lane in her absence today. Anaru Malia. Vivian Rur. Ina Singh. Can we please congratulate this outstanding effort from Year 12? If you were counting, that wasn't 17. Back in 2003, only one student was recognised at the highest of levels in this award, whilst today we congratulate 7 students for their outstanding academic record in their time at our school. These students have achieved Maxima Cum Laude Awards every year. This is a very special achievement, so I'd like you to congratulate each of these students individually as they are presented. Amali Birch. Well done, Amali. Good work. Poppy Costello. Alyssa Curtis. Naomi Kutash. Jasmine Masumba. Well done, Jasmine. Asha Patel. Ashna Sabason.
Thank you, Dr. Moores. Before we depart today, I would like to extend my thanks to Miss Griggs. Thank you for sharing your story and what you have learnt during your inspiring career. On behalf of the school, I would like to thank you for your time this afternoon. Finally, could you please stand for the singing of the school song? Please remain standing for the departure of the official party.